my name is Sara and I'm from San Sebastian, Spain. I spent my AFS year in Houston, Texas at Episcopal High School. And some of my favorite memories of this year in Houston, they're probably the high school football games. It's a very important part of your experience. You get to meet a lot of people from your same school, and you meet more friends. It's like a very important event here. It's not as big as the soccer games in Europe maybe, but it's really interesting. Then some other great events here are the high school dances as homecoming, cotillions, things like that. If you have the chance, try to go to those, because it's like at football games you're gonna meet a lot of people, and maybe you're gonna meet the people that are gonna be your friends later. You never know. Then the concerts in Houston are great. You can find really good concerts at there are several places. Then some advices for making friends and fitting in high school. Especially be very open-minded and try to just look around and observe how people act in the high school. That's a very important part for fitting there. And try to talk to everyone. And there's one special thing: always smile to everyone. They love that, and it means that you're happy to be there. You're happy to be in the high school, and people are going to talk to you, and people are going to be really nice to you here if you just smile and you look happy. And something else, try to talk to everyone, and try to be involved in high school activities. If you can join any kind of team, any kind of artistic activity like a theater group, that would be really interesting. The high school I went to, it's divided in like equally in academics, arts, and sports, and all these kinds of things. So you can find some really good art activities to do, and it's a great place to meet people and to do things after school, because normally in weekdays Americans don't go out a lot, and especially in Houston, if you don't have a car, it's really hard to move around, because the public transportation, well, that's maybe up to your host family, but can be dangerous here. It's not like in other countries. It's not the way I was used to, so it's really hard to move around if you don't have a car and you have to be asking for rides or going everywhere. So an advice I will give to the next year exchange students would be to make some kind of agreements with friends or with other exchange students living near to you. It's to agree for getting rides to places. Like, for example, you can ask your host family to drive you somewhere, and then your friend's family or some friends could drive you back from those places. That's very important to be able to move around in Houston. Then another advice would be to plan a lot of activities to do. There's not so many things for teenagers in Houston, but you can always find concerts. They're really great concerts. Or you can find there a lot of dances from different high schools, and you can get to go if you know people from other high schools. And a really important thing is that you enjoy every single second you spend here, because time passes so fast. I got really surprised just when I realized, okay, I'm here now and I'm gonna leave in 8 weeks. And it's just like, it seems to me that I came here yesterday, so time goes really fast. And another thing is that you should always be ready to meet people with very different points of view. So just try to be open-minded and not only just listen to them and see how they feel about other things, but try to learn about it. Try to respect it and be like, okay, this person thinks another thing, and it's really interesting too, and it can actually help you. It can help you a lot to learn about yourself. Then when I leave, I think one of the things I'm gonna miss the most is the people I've met here. It's not that I know that I'm not gonna come back, but even if I can, it's gonna be a visit. It's not gonna be like my daily life. It's gonna be very different. And it's not only about my host family or the people I've met at high school, the Americans I've met here, but for example, the other exchange students from other countries. That's a very important part of the experience. It's to learn not about America, but being around of people from South America, other countries in Europe, Asia. It's really interesting. It makes your experience very, very rich. And for finishing this, I would like to say thank you to my host family for making my experience as special as it has been so far. And it has been a really important period of my life where I've learned a lot, and I think they have been a really important part of my development as a person. So I would like to say thank you to them for making this experience possible.